kunjavigaari jaya radha madhava kunjavigaari jaya kopi jana vallabha grivaradhari yashodanandana brajajana ranjana yamunatira vanachari jaya rata madhava kunjavigari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tadojayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhatresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavatim Uttama Slokim Bhaktim Bhavadir Naistiki Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 45, Text 6.
6, 7 and 8. 6 and 7 you can read. 8 and chant.
Text 6, 7, 8. I'll read 6 and 7. 8 can be chanted with repeat. Text 6. Yas tayor ātma-jaḥ kalpa ātmanā sa dhanena ca vṛttiṁ na tadyāt pretya sva-māṁsaṁ khādayanti. Translation. A son who, though able to do so, fails to provide for his parents with his physical resources, and wealth is forced after his death to eat his own flesh. Text 7. Mātaraṁ pitaraṁ vṛttiṁ bhāryāṁ sātvīṁ sudam sisum gurum vṛttim prapannam sa kalpo viprachaksvasan mṛttah. A man who, though able to do so, fails to support his elderly parents, chaste wife, young child, or spiritual master, or who neglects a brahmana, or anyone who comes to him for shelter, is considered dead, though breathing. Text 8. Tanno kalpaya kamsa Tanno akalpayo kamsan nityam udvigna sedaso nityam udvigna sedaso moha mede vedikranta divasavāmanāchado divasavāmanāchado. Tat, therefore, now offers to akalpayo, who were unable, kamsat, because of kamsa, nityam, always, udvigna, disturbed, sedaso, whose minds, moham, uselessly, yede, these, vedikrantaha, spent, divashaha, days, vam, you, anachado, not honoring. Translation purport. Thus we have wasted all these days, unable as we are to properly honor you, because our minds were always disturbed by fear of kamsa. Purport. Lord Krishna continues to bring Vasudeva and Devaki back to their normal parental feelings toward him and Balarama. An ordinary child would be afraid of a cruel, tyrannical king like Kamsa, and Lord Krishna here plays the part of such a child, thus evoking the parental sympathy of Vasudeva and Devaki. Repeat the slogan. Somebody. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपदाय बुले सुमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. First of all, I seek the blessings of all Vaishnavas so that I can give this lecture on the line of our parampara. Hare Krishna. These particular slokas we need to understand in the context of first sloka onwards. Here it looks like one should not give up the duty of his parents. Not only parents, mātaraṁ, pitaraṁ, vṛttiṁ, old people, mother, father, bharyam, wife, and sudam, children, susum, very young people. That means you don't have any choice. You are born in a house means at least your parents will be there, children will be there, so many will be there. Youngsters, not necessarily to your son, some sisu. And so that you need not, and all a brahmana, and anybody comes to your shelter, you go to take care. Then what are we doing, all of us? Are we doing right thing or wrong thing? Because it looks like everybody has obligations to devas, to parents and families. And how do you justify by course we need to take some service? And why Krishna advises here like this? And why does he tells Vasudeva and Devaki like this? And how to understand this in a right perspective? Because what for Krishna tells like this, we need to understand. First sloka translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, understanding that his parents were becoming aware of his transcendental opulences, the Supreme Personality of Godhead thought that this should not be allowed to happen. Thus he expanded his yoga maya which bewilders his devotees. Because Devaki and Vasudeva, they understood his transcendental opulence. But Krishna doesn't want that. He wants to play the role of the child. He doesn't want to play the role of God or Supreme. And he is a son of Devaki and Vasudeva. As a result, but they understood his transcendental position, therefore he has to make them, by using Yoga Maya, back to that love and affection. He wants that. It happens several times in Krishna Leela. For that he brings some of the arguments, some of the things. All of us in Tamadara Leela, how Yashodamaya was brought back to the sensation of childish thing, Vatsalya Baba. And when she saw Lord mouth was open and she saw the whole Prabhanja inside, she got bewildered. First she thought it may be due to her own dream. And she pinched herself and found, no, it is not dream. I am so with full consciousness. I am not sleeping. It's not so. Then she thinks some devas or something will be playing games with it. No, what is the use of these devas playing game with you? I am an ordinary village girl, what they do? Then maybe asuras may be doing. Then so many things, he thinks, what is happening and all. Tries to understand. Then Lord understood she is going to transcendental position, then brought him back, that Yoga Maya was applied. Then she was again, came to the consciousness of that, oh, my son. He is my son only. Who will take care of him? Who will feed him? Without nobody feeding him, he will starve. I got to only feed him. I don't bother with anything. He is my son only. She came back to the position. Same thing here, Vasudeva and Devi also, the Vasudeva Baba, they gave up Vatsalya Baba and try to understand Krishna is a transcendental person. He doesn't want it. He wants his game to be perfect. That's what that 8th sloka purport is telling. An ordinary child would be afraid of a cruel tyrannical king like Kamsa, but he need not bother about Kamsa. And Lord Krishna here plays the part of such a child, thus evoking the parental sympathy of Vasudeva and Devaki. And Devi and Vasudeva, and their sympathy will be more when the child is in trouble. Oh, I was so much harassed by Kamsa, that's why I could not take care of you. Like that he was creating sympathy with the parents. So that love and affection will be more for the child. Some child is in trouble, parents have more to love and affection. And they were ready to give up their life also for the child. Troubling child. That love and affection increases when they find they are in trouble, or when they were in trouble, when they come back to trouble, they take care so much. Such a thing he wants to do perfectly. Krishna does everything perfectly. He is a perfect person. Therefore, this love and affection of Vasudeva and Devi also to be perfect. That's why he plays the role. He is bringing all this karmakanda portion, all this taking care of all these things depends on the karmakanda. Now, most of the time, karmakanda is very sensitive. For example, a grahastha, if he is in a life, he makes a food, he has to go to the door and call anybody is hungry, please come and take. Then only before doing that, you should feel the elders in the house, all ladies, all children, he has to feed, then only he has to take. Before he takes, he has to call anybody is waiting outside hungry, please come and take. This is grahastha asrama condition. This is a karmakanda. One has to follow all these things in the karmakanda portion. So heavy. That's why Krishna is putting some karmakanda portion to convince. This is another way, tricky way. Krishna brings karmakanda portions to convince the devotees also to do things. Like in the Govardhan Leela, he convinces Nanda Maharaj with the karma mīmāṁsaṁ. He brings so much karmakanda portion, you get bewildered with the things. What is this? Krishna is talking all these things. We are all talking about devotion. Krishna is taking karmakanda portion. You need not to worship Indra, you need not to do all these things and everything. What is you to worship Govardhan? He is giving everything. And in the philosophy, he adds a lot of karma mīmāṁsa also. Sometimes Krishna has his own way of engaging, doing the things. But we have to understand in right sense. But the devotees, when they go ahead with these things, we need to understand. Sometimes, on reading this sloka alone, we have taken the service of Krishna, maybe some of our responsibilities we have given up. That means you should not get bewildered. Oh, have I done wrong? By giving up, every one of us has a responsibility. But have I by giving up something, have I done wrong? No. That is the reason, wherever Krishna tells, for some context, we have to understand the context. Here, yes, very clearly tells he plays the part of the child. He wants the love and affection for Devi and Vasudeva to increase for him to be perfect. They should not go to transcendental platform. He plays these statements. Similarly, in Tamodara Leela, this Yashodama, she was brought to this stage, and again, out of parental love to increase it, and initially she understood, but later she considered him ordinary child, and that's what Krishna wants. Whatever Krishna wants, he get it done in his own way. And similarly, many instances are mentioned, like Govardhan Leela, he is convincing Nanda Maharaja not to do things with karma mīmāṁsa. And therefore, similarly here also, he is quoting all these things are in karmakanda very elaborately told. All these things. One is fails to provide for his parents with the physical resources, though able to do so, and wealth forced after his death to eat his own flesh and all other take care. This everybody's karma-kanda portion. But what is devotional platform? This is karma-kanda platform. What is devotional platform? Devotional platform, actually it's one of the things is everybody, when we take the service to Krishna, dedicated service to Krishna, we are having we had our more difficult times, our obligation, family obligation, social obligation, so much are there. And to country, to so much they can tell. But we have taken, how it's convinced is, I remember 2-3 incidents. One is, this sloka Prabhupada talks about in Bhagavad Gita Sampar. 2 times this sloka is quoting. Devarchi Buddha Pitranam Rayam Sanirayan Na Kingaram Nayam Rani Sarajan Sarvatmanaya Saranam Saranyam Kado Mukundam Parigritya Kartam. By giving up Sarvatmana, everything whatever he has given, surrender. Saranam Saranyam. Surrender to Saranyam. Who can give shelter? Saranyam means who can give shelter. To him, Sarvatmana, everything who was given and surrendered. Kato Mukundam, he surrendered to Mukunda by giving a Parigritya Kartam. All activities which are for things he gave up, for him, Deva, Rishi, Buddha, all living entities. Atta, relatives and well-wishers. Nirana, all human beings. Pitana, forefathers. Na Kingaram Nayam Rani. They are not indebted. One who has given up everything and who can give the shelter to the surrendered soul by giving up everything, Sarvatmanaya, that Mukunda, for him he gave all other activities, for him all other responsibilities. Over responsibility he has for Deva, Rishi, Buddha, Apta, Nirana, Pitru. These are all, as a human being, you take the body, you are in debt to all of them. By karma kanda. Devas, all devas we have, because they are giving rain, they give food, everything. Rishis, because they give the spiritual vibration, all these things. Buddha, every living entity helps in our life. Apta, that who are well-wishers, took care of. Niranam, all common population. Pitru, because they are the source for getting this body. All these we are in debt to every one of them because they are helping us to maintain this body and other things. And this is karma-kanda. But this sloka very clearly Prabhupada quotes, now, when you go surrendered, Sarvatmanaya Saranam Saranyam, who can give the Saranam, shelter, who are surrendered, by everything surrendering, Sarvatmana, for him, for Mukunda, by giving up all other activities for him, I am re, he doesn't have obligation. This is the one Prabhupada guarantees. And Prabhupada many place guarantees, even for his own. And sometimes people, devotees take the service and all those things, giving up job and other things that happened in many people's life. Even my own parents asked me, myself and my wife, both of us joined around 30 years back. We are in a good position, good thing. What will you do for? Because they think only working is the only way for somebody. Then I immediately told what Prabhupada quote, from elephant to ant, Krishna is providing food, why not to me? And he'll give. That faith is important. Because when I surrender to Krishna, he protects. And he is nowhere going to change our condition or other things. He is going to give more protection. He is going to protect what we have and give what we lack. And therefore this is Gita, he gives a guarantee. He certainly gives. Whatever you want, he gives. Whatever you have, he protects. Why should we worry? And that way, this devotional aspect should be understood from the Bhagavatam And why Krishna talks about Karmakanda portion here is to make his parents to have the love and affection to be increased, and he wanted to bring them back from transcendental position to the position where he wants to be enjoyed. That also transcendental, but using Yoga Maya, he brought them back. He doesn't want him to be understood as a thing. This is the basic concept, and devotees, they take full time, they understand things. And that is the reason Prabhupada gives a lot of discussions in the when Harias was and Saulas was, that 10,000 plus 1,000, they were made as devotees by, Narada. And these devotees, initially, they were chosen by Daksha, his father, their father. 10,000 children were sent to do tapas and all those things so that they get a good brahmachari, strong and stalwart devotee, youth, and to learn all the culture and all those things. Because Daksha is a Prajapati. Prajapati means he has to expand the Prajas. That is the duty of the Prajapati. And his duty is he got 10,000 children. And these 10,000 children should expand further. That is the duty of the thing. That's why, but before that, not that simply getting them married and get so many children. They wanted to have proper karmanda person trained properly and properly entering the Grahasthasrama. Therefore, they go for tapas, and after that, they are supposed to return to the kingdom, get married, and have all children. But what happened is, Narada found they are very potential candidates for devotional service. They were praying Narayana Sarovar, they are praying. And they are praying to Narayana. Then he thought there is a potential, he preached to them with analogical story, and he made them devotees, and they all went back. They didn't go back to the kingdom, they went to tapas and continued their life. And similarly then, Narada went and told himself that these 10,000 went. Then Daksha got angry, another 10,000 children he got it. Again that these 1,000 also they followed their brother's direction, and they went to Narayana Sarovar tapas. Same way Narada preached them, they also went. He got so angry that what is that? He talks about a lot of Karmakanda person. They are obligated to me, the king, everything and all those things. Prabhupada gives nice purport there also. That how one who is serving the Lord is no more getting obligated. The Prabhupada tells in the Bhagavad Gita, the purport, when he quotes the sloka, Devarishi Buddha Apta, he tells at the end, those things are automatically taken care by the Lord himself. Not that you give it up doesn't mean it is going to be lost, and Krishna himself will take care of it. We know so many incidents, and takes care of and all those things. And that way, the duties and obligations are highest, parodharma, is for Lord service. And when you are doing Lord service, and everything will be automatically taken care. And this faith is very important in devotional service. In devotional service, I am serving Lord, it is the duty of the Lord, He will take care. And not like that. Many times even in the material life, somebody is doing some service in a shop or something, that in charge of that or owner of that shop will take care of all the need of this employee. Then only it will be smooth and other thing. Similarly, Lord also knows this boy has surrendered to me, this fully on my service, and I should not make him anxiety. I will take care of all his needs. All his obligation I will take. That's what he does. This faith we need to have it. But sometimes it may not happen as we like. It's Krishna's will. Krishna knows what is best for them. Krishna knows what is the thing. Sometimes you should not think, this is the way my family should be taken care. Krishna didn't take care like that. No. Krishna knows what is good for their family, what is good for us. And He combines everything. He knows what is best. He gives the net solution. And we cannot calculate this is the way it should be, this is the way it should be there and all those things. And this way, that obligations and other things automatically getting fulfilled. And there is you know the stories that in Odisha, some other devotee, was having obligation that the pujari doesn't have the child. He was worshipping Krishna, what is the place? And he was a big worry, who will do my pitra karma? When I am leaving the body, who will do the pitra karma? And it happened when he left the body, Krishna did the pitra karma. The place, Orissa, what is the place? Huh? Orissa, nice word. And a place I could not remember. That Krishna takes care. The faith is that he takes care. And even today, the thing is that particular day, they bring the deities. I didn't see, but they said, my Guru Maharaj told, the deity color that day changed from white to black, doing the pitra karma. Therefore, Krishna is so obligated to devotee, he takes care. That faith is very important when you are doing devotional service. And it is then if you have faith, such a faith, we understand that all the duties meant for us, all the obligations meant for us to Deva, Rishi, Buddha, Apta, country, everything in the modern world, you can tell relatives, country, friends, and children, and everything is taken care of. Yeah, other way you call it, even if you are perfectly doing your duty, if Krishna doesn't sanction, it will not go through. Even the material world, everybody tries to do the duty to their obligation to their family member, country, everything, but it doesn't go well. But whereas devotees, he lived Krishna, Krishna knows what would be best, what he has sanctioned. And this way, we have to understand that one who has taken the shelter of Krishna, his duties are automatically fulfilled, his obligations are automatically fulfilled, all, not only one. And so that we can concentrate on our service. And the important thing is, once you concentrate on your service, it will benefit everybody, not only to us. It benefit everybody, even the forefathers. And everybody, they are automatically liberated. You cannot do it by your own material activities, but your spiritual activity, transcendental activities to Krishna will make them to be liberated. That's another advantage. And by that process, one can do more better thing than what you do in the material life. Material life, after all, what you can give is all wealth, health, everything, but it is all going to be vanished at the end of the life. But this one will help them to life after life to help go back to Krishna. That's why all the devotees, they take these type of things. Sometimes even sannyasis and other things, they do some family service obligations according to their promise. I remember one incident in the life of Adi Shankaracharya. This is quoted in his life history, Adi Shankaracharya's life history. And Adi Shankara was at around 8 years old, he wanted to take full time. Means he wanted to renounce and go back for preaching. But his father has been lost in the younger days onwards. Only son. Mother was crying, not allowing him. And one day, he went to take bath in the pond near the house, or some river or something. That time one crocodile came and hold his leg and pulled him, started pulling him. He is around that age 8 that time. In that moment, mother is waiting, so she is crying, and Adi Shankara is telling, at least this moment allow me to take sannyas. I am going to die, allow me to take sannyas. Then mother agrees. Okay. That moment the crocodile left him. And again when he came to the bank, but he, because of compassion for his mother, mother requested 2 promises. One is he has to come at the end of her life, and he has to do karma, that pitra karma for when she passes away. Adi Shankara agreed. But he left his village and he went to north, all over the things he was preaching. But he is a transcendental person, he is a Shiva himself, Lord Shiva. Once he was preaching, suddenly he realized that mother is going towards the last time of his last days of his life. Then he traveled through Akasha, through sky, and reached the place in time. Mother was in dead bed. And the mother, on seeing him, she was so happy that he promised and he came at her final days. Then she is a devotee. She requested him, please instruct me about the Supreme. Then Adi Shankara, he was Advaiti. And he talked about Brahman effulgence. And he is explaining all the characters of Brahman. Like a self-effulgent. His Lord is Brahma Jyoti, is self-effulgent and infinity. Even in the mathematics today, we don't know what is infinity. You cannot define. You can put a symbol only. Infinity. Endless. And free from duality. We talk about duality. Krishna tells so many slokas about come out of duality. But the duality is Sridosna, Sukha, Dukkha. How it come out? Free from duality. And free from mistakes. And also free from the body condition, Janma, Mriti, Jara, Vyadhi. So much he is explaining. At the end of that, mother prays him. Please, I don't understand anything. In the deathbed, please instruct me something about the Supreme One. Then he started singing Shiva Sotra, Lord Shiva, Sotra was. Then all Shiva's disciples came with the Buddha Ganas. She got fear again. Again she praying, please tell the one who is sweet to remember, sweet to things and all. Then he sings Krishnastaka. 8 slokas where Lord Krishna, he tells Krishna, please come and show your mercy to me. That's the end of that sloka like that. And he was explaining all this sloka and all those things. At the end of that, Lord comes and thinks, so the darshan and mother goes with sweetly, happily. And he fulfilled the one desire, that at the final days of her death he came. But after he left the body, he is a sannyasi, he is not supposed to do cremation or any of this karma. Sannyasi should not do, because he has already given up everything. But Shankaracharya had promised his mother, that he will do it. That is why what he did is, he requested all fire and firewoods from the village people. They all denied, how come you are sannyasi, how can you do? You cannot do. Then he got angry, his right hand, he created the fire, and in front of the house, he put the stakes and cremated her mother there itself. And he gave a curse that every one of you will lose the quality of reading, understanding the Vedas, and fire, you will cremate your family members within your house, within his house area, and such 2-3 things he gives. Still today, Adi Shankara is from Kerala. Kerala, every house, they burn the people inside the house, that house area, backyard or something. They don't take very few, take outside. Most of them, they do it inside. And they are all Mayavada, bewildered by Mayavada. And all these things now Kerala is. This is what, anyway, come back to the incident. Sometimes, very senior devotees, very senior thing, they go out of karmakanda rules and regulations and do the duty for obligation to children, mother or other things. These are all, but at the end you should understand, Adi Shankara didn't do karma portion, he gave the devotion to the mother and liberated her. You can also, capable of liberating your family members, go back and liberate. But if we are conditioned, we have to be first free from all these things, then we can help others to be advancing. Therefore, by doing ourselves, by improving and advancing, we are in a position to help our others also to help. Adi Shankara is elevated Shiva's avatar, he could do it. Even then, mother requests him, give higher test, peaceful, and Supreme One explain. Then finally, he liberated the mother. That's a way we can also still connect to our family members, still connect to all the people. If you are untouched by that physical mentality relation, you link with them spiritual things, that is better. I remember one temple, I think, Chaupati temple, I think, some 15 or 20 years back, they allowed every brahmachari to contact their family members and get them linked back to Krishna consciousness. That way, in the initial days, you have strong vairagya, hate everybody. But later you are supposed to develop compassion for everybody when you are advancing. It includes everybody, but not material. Material affection is passion. Spiritual affection is compassion. You are supposed to give them spiritual things. And they also will be sufficiently matured enough to take the spiritual instruction when they are after a few years or 20, 30 years. They did that. Many of the Brahmanas linked things. And we found most of us, when we left the house and became a devotee, most of them, 99%, they will be against us. But later, same people, after 20, 30 years, when you contact them, they become devotees. It happened in my life also, my brother and my sister. Now everybody chanted. And that way, you need to wait tolerantly and very peacefully, patiently. You sufficiently get purified and your words goes little stronger to them and very powerful, then they'll become devotees. Don't hop back the way, you don't tell them or harass them, you are bad, you are these things and all those things. Give them positive potential things. They can become a devotee. But later my mother started chanting and she took initiation and she passed as a devotee among the devotees. My father passed in my hand taking Ganga water and Harinam and he passed away. That's why they take time. We took time. They are not taking immediately Krishna consciousness. We took time. Every soul they have different level of maturity, level of the spiritual directions, and they take time. You patiently preach. Even today when you are preaching, you need to have so much patience to people to accept it, even public. Same thing happens to your family members also. Therefore, in short, your attraction goes to your family members, linked to family members for spiritual purpose. But you should be careful. It is like a tug of war. You go to pull the rope and they go to come your side. Not that they will pull you on their side. Many of the times it happens. When you go to preach, they will pull you their side. But you should be capable of strongly pulling them your side. Like tug of war, no? If you are very incapable, join some more devotees to pull together. That's the best way your relation with the family should be developed. And all the people, like you are doing public, you don't know whom, unknown people. You can do same thing with your family if you don't have that material, parental or some attachment, material. And if this attachment can be doubted as a spiritual, like Adi Shankara, he promised, but his mother got liberated. Same thing you can do. But that way, now ISKCON has a very care for devotees also. And not only devotees, families also. And because some obligation, something that you can always discuss to senior devotees, something can help. But they have to come to the platform of devotional service. Somewhat you be instrumental in bringing them. And there are now facilities. Now we are discussing in many of the forum how to develop facilities to cultivate such things and all those things. We need to have the relation spiritually converted in domain of spiritual domain. Now the problem starts when we have relation with the physical domain. And when you are connecting with anybody, please see that they don't pull you there. You have to be capable enough to pull you outside. That's why Prabhupada told, preach to the positive mood people. Because if you are very strong people, negative minded people, preach, they may pull you down. But if you are very weak and things, you preach the positive mood people who can take it easily, then you strengthen yourself after a long time when you are sufficiently strong. According to your strength, you can pull others. others you will be pulled. This is a very secret of how to handle the family members, relatives and other things. And you, at no time you develop hatred against anybody. That hatred will spoil your life, others' life. But your good feeling will one day make them good. And devotees, and you have to wait for it. Depends on their maturity. If it is not so, okay, you have done, your merit will go to them. Maybe this birth or next birth it comes. Even otherwise also, they are benefited because they have given somewhat, they are physically related, bodily related, but you need to wait patiently. This, the essence I compile again. The Krishna is compiling here these slokas only to Karmaganda to tell, increase the parental affection. You should not, right sense is the first sloka and the eighth sloka, it's very clearly mentioned. And also, we need to take care that our relations and other things, we are no more obligated when you take the full surrendered service to Krishna. Sarvatmanaya saranam saranam kado mugundam parigritya katam. You have given up everything for the Mugunda, who can give shelter to surrender. For him, Deva, Rishi, Buddha, Apta, Nana, Pitru, no more obligation. Niranyam, Nayam, Nisa Rajan. There is no obligation. But Krishna takes care, and this way you can continue your devotional service peaceful. Even material world is, even 1,000 you give support and help also, the problems are there. But in the spiritual thing, at least you have the satisfaction, at least Krishna will protect and takes care in future of them. That way, this very simple understanding we need to develop to have faith on Krishna, and he takes care, and he is the supreme, he is the Sugradam, he is the real well-wisher, he is the really boss of everything, Ishvara. That way, Bhaktaram Ekkatapasa Sarvaloga Maheshwaram Sugradam Sarvabhudanam ātma-jaḥ. This way we can do peacefully our service. He is taking care of everything and we do take care of his service. That is the way we can continue our peaceful things. If we happen to develop sufficient affection, show the real compassion to our relatives and parents, make them devotees, give them little things, and that way it will help them. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Comments? And any questions? Mike.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the sermon you've given. I actually like the example you cite of the Hariakshas. Their father Prajapati have asked them to go for, expansion, and Narada Muni have given them the opposite. I like the example you cite about the Hariakshas. So their father Prajapati have said, go for expansion, and Narada Muni met them and he said them to go the opposite.
Yes.
So if we look at the system of today's, I wish I would call the new Grihasthas, modern day Grihasthas, they come, they take a wife, they marry, and at the same time they want to practice what we call bachelor life.
Who wants to practice?
We see today's new Grihasthas.
New Grihasthas.
Yes, new modern day Grihasthas. They come together as husband and wife. At the same time, they want to practice what we call bachelor life. Bachelor life. So, in that sense, how can they expand? Because
how can be they?
In that sense, how can they expand?
How can they
expand? Because we see before Prajapati have sent the children for procreation, they have not entered into Grihastha life, But we see the modern day Grihasthas, after coming together, then it comes to them that now we have to begin our, bachelor life. A bachelor life means a life that we don't have to have children. So in that sense, my question is, how can there be expansion? So
the question is how to, in a sense, how to engage the Grihasthas in the service. When they come together and other thing, they want to do service, How to, because they have been in previously job or other things, now they have given up or they have come here and all those things, how to engage them and how we respond to them. Is it the question?
Husband and wife come together in notion of marriage. The idea is that we want to procreate, right? That is the system of grihastas, to expand the institution. But the modern day grihastas, the notion is that this is the time for us to practice brahmachari. In that sense, how can there be
How can a
expansion?
grihastha can practice brahmacharya? You can enter vanaprastha.
We are seeing it, Baba, we are seeing it.
No. They can go to vanaprastha and sannyas.
Even the grihasta, they are even more begging. They are even more begging than the brahmacharis. I'm telling you.
No, Prabhupada tells when they have become devotee, Prabhupada describes
has a good sense of this.
brahmacharya, grihastha brahmacharya. Prabhupada tells grihastha brahmachari is one who follows the complete rules and regulations of grihastha. And Prabhupada calls such a grihastha as grihastha brahmachari. In devotional service, everybody is brahmachari only. And because they have to limited access to everything, the sense gratification. If somebody is perfect in the thing, they can practice. And once they practice, one is for themselves advancement, another is for helping or improving the thing is one is sadhana for themselves, following rules and regulations and other things. A grihastha may follow. But another is seva, help others to advance in Krishna consciousness. Then they should develop such a humble and mood to serve others. You go to serve others means you should develop humble mood. As you told, most of the times they come with the world, outside world, where lot of prestige, material position, material wealth, material relatives, power and all those things. Therefore, they should be able to ready to sacrifice all those things sufficiently, get a sufficient humble mood to serve others. If they don't enter with the proper mood of humble mood of serving other things, giving up all the position, name, wealth and all power and all those things, they will disturb themselves and disturb others also. It will not be devotional service. They will try to bring their material position into the spiritual service. That will disturb others. Therefore, they need some training and cultivation properly to enter this type of service before they jump into the service. And they should adopt a service which this can make them more humble and perfect in the humility. Then they should come into the service. Otherwise, they will destroy everything. And their own spiritual life and other spiritual life also. This is the question. Thank you. I'll give others time.
I just want to leave this notion. The idea of grihastha is an institution. If we enter that institution and we don't want... I said the idea of grihastha is an institution. If we enter that institution and we don't want to function as it entices the institution, then we are missing the point. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other? Okay, you can tell. You can.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
What are the duties of the elder boys and the elder girls in the family?
What are the duties of?
Elder son or elder daughter?
Son to elders or
Yes,
elder
can
to
you
sons.
repeat clearly for daughter also?
Can you repeat? I could not.
What are the duties of the elder
This fan switch off.
daughters?
What are the duties of? Elder daughter. To whom? Okay. The duties not varies from daughter to son. But if you are a devotee, you have taken the shelter of the Lord. And the duties is, as I told very clear, parodharma, highest duty is to help the elders to come to Krishna consciousness. Once Krishna is given, everything else will come automatically. You can give all, fulfill the duties, but if you don't give Krishna, they are not going to advance. You can give others, but along with that you give Krishna also. That is the best to do. Depends on the individual situation. They are well-to-do and only looking for your love and affection, then you can give with your love and affection Krishna also. And give only simply material affection, love and affection, that will not help anybody. But give Krishna also together. Hare Krishna. You want to ask? The mic here? Somebody want? Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. As you said that we need to surrender to the Lord, and but we have the propensity to cheat. So we have the propensity to cheat as a
Your propensity to cheat others.
Yes. So how do we gauge that we are surrendering really to the God? How do we know that we are really surrendering?
Really, the question is, we got the cheating propensity. We think we are really, we surrender not, how to know. That surrender, you can understand the way all other Vaishnavas feel comfortable with you. And one way that is, if you are really surrendered, and naturally all others will feel comfortable, happy. And also in your surrender mode, you think always the care for others, not for you. And you should know by your own self, any of your activities are involved for your own gratification, to help others. If it is in devotional service, everything is to help others. That is surrender. Not only Lord, all the devotees. These are some quick points I can remember. There may be other points. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Srimad Bhagavatam.